Gary Hess News Radio, WRVA, the voice of Virginia.
Oh, I stepped in it again, Super Dave. Stepped in it again. Hornet's Nest kicked about 7 times down the road today, so I've got everybody fired up on the James River Air text line, 833-804-1140, 833-804-11. So you're saying you don't want to make America great again, Rich? I'm saying America's always been great in my eyes. And when I say that, the Make America Great, there's the whole MAGA contingent of the Republican Party, and they have 100% faith in the President of the United States. Good for them. I am a conservative Republican. I do not have 100% faith in a lot of things because I want to make my own choices. I want to make my own mind up. I'm not going to blindly follow everybody that says, hey, just follow me. I'm going to ask questions along the way, and you have to earn my vote and my support on a daily basis. Do I love everything the president does? No. Are there times where I've stood up and said, I'm not in favor of this? But again, I don't agree with everything that my wife says or does. And we've been married for nearly 30 years. So to say that I'm 100% behind you no matter what, come heck or high water, I don't do that. I want to look out for what's best for the country. And I'm not always going to agree with you. And see, that's the thing that I think we miss. It's okay if we don't agree with each other. I think not agreeing with each other is okay. You don't have to, please, if you agree with me 100% of the time, I don't think that's great. If you disagree with me, that's okay. We can disagree. It's not the end of the world. You know where they want 100% agreement all the time, no matter what? If you're a Star Wars fan, you had to agree with the Emperor 100% of the time. So I appreciate everything the president does. And there's things that I love that he does, and there's things that I'm not crazy that he does. But that's me. I have individual freedom, and I think for myself. So when I say I'm not 100% MAGA, that means if you listen to this radio show, I'm going to use critical thinking to give you my opinion. And if you like it, great. If you disagree with me, that's okay as well. In fact, I like when you disagree with me. That's why when we started the show, the premise of the show always was, I'm going to respect everyone else's opinion. Now, that's gotten me in trouble with some of you that I don't want to hear from those Democrats. I do. I want to know what they have to say. My son's in town, and I always reminded him growing up, don't be afraid of new ideas. That's what Richard Nixon said to the Soviets when they came to visit, and they were going back and forth. Don't be afraid of new ideas. Because I tell them it's either going to make your ideas, it's going to remind you that, yeah, I know what I'm talking about, sharpen yours, or it's going to have you pause for just a second and think. And critical thinking is never a bad thing. Okay. Oh, good morning, Rich. Welcome to Virginia, where people are salty and soft. Dave, you fit right in.
Well, I'm not soft, but I am the first one.
Okay. That's pretty funny. Somebody says, I voted in the last voted without an idea in the last 7 elections by signing the confirmation statement and casting a regular ballot. Okay, then yours is different because I went to the registrar's office and I had my passport with me, and they still wouldn't let me vote because there was something wrong with my registration. So I had to re-register. Went through it about 7. I don't know how many times I had to register to vote. My wife, on the other hand, hers went through right away. And then she went to go vote, and they wouldn't take her ID, so she had to come back with a different ID. So, yeah, I mean, listen, I'm glad that you did, but I think when we say these blanket statements, everybody, it's not everybody, because, again, like I'm saying, not everybody feels the same way. I hate when everybody thinks this way. I think this way. I'm going to tell you what I think. All right. 807, because if I start going down these text messages, because I made everybody mad this morning. Let's see. Somebody said I'm a moron. Somebody said, Scott the Independent. Rich, I said was Winsome Earl Sears would be underwater like Stanberger is now. I didn't ask. You're putting words in my mouth. I'm sorry. I misread what you said, Scott. But if your point was that she'd be underwater, I don't think so. Because the reason why Spanberger is underwater right now, she ran on one thing and she's doing something else. She ran on one thing that she was going to bring us together. She was going to be bipartisan and she was going to be a moderate. And she certainly hasn't governed like that. That's why her poll numbers have dropped like a rock since winning by 15. With some real serious, you knew what you were getting. Whether people liked it or not, you knew what you're getting. And if she would have won, she would have been above the mark to be governor. This has nothing to do with her. This is Abigail Spanberger cratering right now in this last poll. Thank you for the text message. All right, let's get to Richmond's Morning News Brief because that's our number one story. New poll comes out. Abigail Spanberger underwater just 6 months into office. That's our big story of the day.
Number one.
All right, poll comes out from VCU, Wilder School of Public Policy. Make sure I get the name right of it. Wilder School of Government and Public Affairs. All right, Abigail Spanberger's poll comes out. Remember, she won by 15. She's now underwater by 3. The poll comes out and says, is she doing a good job? 47% said no. 44% said yes, 9 undecided. That's not good. That means the majority of this Commonwealth does not think that she's doing a good job. That's a big fall. Are we going the right direction, wrong direction? This is the number that I thought was interesting. So 47% say she's not doing a very good job or going the wrong direction. 44% say, oh, yeah, I like the governor. She's doing a great job. But when asked, are we going in the right direction, wrong direction, only 39% say we're going in the right direction. So even though for some Democrats, she's got a higher favorability rating versus the trend of the state, the trend of the state is really where people are going to talk about where we're going on the policies and the governance, not just a popularity contest. That's not good for the governor. That's not good at all. Story number 2, Iran releases an American held against her will, not in prison, but not allowed to leave Iran. Does that give you an idea that maybe something's coming with the president putting pressure back on Iran? Here's the latest from Fox News.
Number 2.
Iranian authorities claim to have struck U.S.-linked targets across the region in Jordan, Kuwait, and Bahrain. The United States military has itself completed another 6-hour wave of strikes. Explosions were heard across Iran, and air defenses were triggered in the capital, Tehran. Separately, the U.S. fired on and disabled an unladen oil tanker, which we're told was attempting to sail towards a blockaded Iranian port. Iran is warning it's prepared to spread the conflict. The country's joint military command has threatened to destroy all the infrastructure in the region. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
All right. The president will speak tonight. That is our third big story of the day.
Number 3.
All right. President Trump, 9 o'clock. We'll carry it here on News Radio WRVA. It is a prime time address. What will he talk about? Undoubtedly, the Save America Act will be on the agenda. And I'm sure we're going to hear the latest of what's going on with the negotiations in Iran. 9 o'clock tonight. You'll hear it live on News Radio WRVA. Story number 4. We talked with Glenn Sturdivant, member of the General Assembly. The Shoesmith landfill is a problem, and it's costing us more money every day.
Number 4.
All right, we did learn that the state is stepping up, and we have people that are quarterbacking this mess. But City of Richmond told the wastewater disposal people you can't get rid of that leachate, which is the water that leaks out that's toxic in the city of Richmond. So the drama, the ridiculousness of this landfill continues. But I asked, okay, listen, hauling this off for $10.6 million a year of Commonwealth taxpayer money is one thing, but when are we just going to fix this? We'll stay on top of this story for you down in Chesterfield County. And finally, Dave and I were just talking about this. It took me 5 times to go to the DMV to get my plates. Dave got them in 1. We both went to Ashland. Great job, Ashland DMV. You're the best. But what if Dave had gotten this license plate for his truck?
Number 5.
I looked at it and I said, I don't think so. I don't think a woman that lives in a senior community that's going to be 77 years old next month will be driving around with what this plate has to say. I'm kind of resigning to it. I figured maybe it was just destined to be on my car. I can handle it if I get a few honks here and there. Actually, being over 70, I might like a few honks.
The plate says, Dave, squeeze A55. SQZ A55. Squeeze Heine.
I'd honk at her.
That was the listener said earlier he had a license plate that said hot wife,
Oh, wow.
and they had to get rid of it because there were too many people tailgating and following him around.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Dave,
That's funny, though.
Maybe you could swap out with her and you could get Squeeze Heine for your license plate.
I'd take it.
What I'd put it on my car.
I'm glad she's keeping it. I thought she would have took it back and said, can I have something else? But now she says she's keeping it. I think that's great.
If you were to have a license plate personalized, what would it say?
Oh,
I know what I have on yours.
I have no idea.
Salty.
No, yeah. Well, that's too easy.
Well, give me something.
I don't know.
You got 10 seconds.
I can't come up.
Too much pressure.
No,
Stop it, Rich. Stop it.
I just, because people ask me that, why don't you get a personalized license plate? And I go, first of all, I don't want to pay the extra money. I'm already paying enough to the state.
Right.
And it's, I don't know, there's nothing that I really want. I'm not putting my name on a license plate or
Super Dave.
No, it's like, that's what your mom would do with your underwear when you were a kid. They'll put your name on the inside.
I don't want to know that. We'll just leave it. We'll just leave it as it is. Squeeze Heine. That'd be great for you. I wonder if I can do that. Make a t-shirt for you.
If I had that license plate, I would make t-shirts and
100%.
keychains and everything. I'd be selling them like crazy.
Dave would be on the back of his pickup in front of Carmax Park. Hey, buy your Squeeze Heine t-shirt. Squeeze Heine. Can't enjoy the game without a Squeeze Heine t-shirt.
And I'd make major bank on that.
Oh, absolutely. And everybody would go, hey, there's a Squeeze Heine guy. You could be known as the Squeeze Heine guy.
How do you know I'm not known by that now?
Because you've told everybody once we're done with the show, your responsibility for my life is over. So I wouldn't know.
That's true.
Maybe that's
once you leave this building, but after the show, you're still.
Once I leave the building,
I'm still in control.
You have no responsibility when it comes to me.
After you walk out of the building, that's your wife's problem.
Maybe that's why we don't do stuff away from the building, is because you have that secret life as the Squeeze Heine guy.
Well, see, now my secret's getting out.
Just like when you went to that wedding up in New York and you wouldn't show me the picture.
I can't.
Today's you signed the NDA?
Yes, I did.
All right, there's Super Dave, the Squeeze Heine guy.
I was sitting in the nosebleed seat, so I couldn't get any good pictures.
Now people are going to wonder.
Let them wonder.
Awkward silence. Today's program brought to you in part by Loan Pronto. Okay, so you guys know that if you've got that mortgage rate that you've had for a while,